Hey guys, so for today's video is going to be a setup for a C-section, and this is just my back table and my ring stand. Very simple. We only have one tray, which means if there's an emergency C-section, you just grab one tray and everything is on it. And we have some familiar instruments here that are also used in a regular basic tray, but in our tray, it's called a C-section tray. So just like everyone else, doctors prefer different types of instruments, and all I have here are the basics. So if they need some special instruments, they're gonna be easy to grab onto here. And I like to prepare everything already because when the baby is out, everything is bleeding, so you need to be ready for the sutures. So like everything, you need your blade. We usually use a 20 for the skin and then 10 for the uterus. And then I just have an Alice there to test the spinal that they administer before the surgery. And if you pinch yourself with an Alice, it hurts really bad. So if we do an Alice test on your belly and you feel it, then the spinal is not working. So we use an Alice to do an Alice test. And then I just have two hemostat, 2 cokers to grab the fascia. I also have 4 Kellys back there to detach the cord, and then just some sponge sticks to control the bleeding. The one back there is a scissor. It's called a bandage scissor. That's to cut the umbilical cord, and it is passed on to the neonatal doctor out of the field, but it's still part of the count, which means that you have to keep a lookout of where that scissor goes, or if your nurse should keep up with it. I only have 4 retractors on my Mayo because I don't know what size they use, so I just have everything in there. And then I have another retractor over there. It's the same size as the other one. And then we literally only have 7 forceps, and it's just the Bonnie's, forceps with teeth, forceps smooth, and a Russian. That's it. And here are just your basic instruments. I mean, I just laid them out just so I could see them. And typically you don't open steri strips because that's part of dressing, but my nurse already opened it, so I just kind of hid it there. And I already load my blade up. And I know they're not secure right now because the other day I put my needle on that little hole thingy that's there to secure it, but what happened was it went through the drape, so it punctured a hole. So from now on I don't do that anymore, so I just put it like that. I mean, that's probably not the best representation, but more like this. I stick it underneath the paper. And then I just arrange the sutures based on how he used them. So this one right here is a Vacutainer, and I passed that on with that cup over there and some cord blood out of the field so my nurse could get the cord blood. And then this particular surgeon uses an extra large Alexis so he could get more access to the uterus and for when the baby comes out. And then these are just a gown and glove, and this is the drape. And then we just have basin here with water to wash the instruments and some things down there. And then over here is just some warm irrigation and some laps because surgeons likes warm laps sometimes. So yeah, this is the setup. And when you put your Bovie and your what do you call these? Are your light covers and the suction over there, everything is just easy to grab. So by the time that we're ready to go, I'm ready to set up. And sometimes I like to put this over there because the surgeon can help me put it on. So, alleviates the time from me doing everything. And then when the Mayo is already pulled up in the bed, I just put the Bovie over here so it doesn't run away from me. And other than that, that's my setup. Oh, another thing, we used to have these needle holders that has a foam, but we got rid of them, and I don't know why, because I like those better. And now they have this, and I don't like it because the cords are very long sometimes, and everything is just everywhere, and when you're moving around you might lose a needle just because the thread is just so long, and then you accidentally just swipe over your hand. And I don't know why they changed it, but I liked it better when it had a foam. But yeah, this is my setup, and thank you guys for watching and supporting my videos. I really appreciate it. Please subscribe and comment down below your thoughts.